and a baseball card.
We want
Magic
Bronny.
Johnson.
We want Bronny.
Yeah.
So I get it. You said it well. It's the summer league. At the end of the day, really, who cares?
Mm-hmm.
It's the summer league, right? Most of these guys aren't even going to be in the league, and it is what it is. But this weekend was his debut, which whatever, didn't play well, but who cares? Neither did Dalton Connect, and I have high aspirations for him. So his performance, not so much. They're chanting his name. And LeBron is giving an interview where he's talking about how he doesn't care. Well, I'll play this for you. This was him talking with Dave McMenamin. Here's LeBron.
I don't know if people really understand Bronny. He doesn't care. I actually cared a little bit when I came in. I wanted people to like me, and some of the things that people were saying about me, it kind of bothered me early on in my career. I let it get to me. Bronny doesn't give a He doesn't. Bronny plays, he works his tail off. When he's done, he goes home and plays his video game. He does not care about nobody. He doesn't even listen to that stuff. He's like the complete opposite of his dad.
Maybe it's me,
Okay.
but I really think LeBron needs to stop talking about Bronny. Just let Bronny play. Let him be a really good player in the league. Let him struggle in the summer league. Let him come into camp and thrive. Let him come into camp and maybe struggle a little bit to find his way. But every time LeBron talks about Bronny, it kicks off this cycle again. It kicks off on ESPN.com. It kicks it off on the Trav and Slee show where can we just let this happen? Whatever's going to happen, can we just let it happen? It seems like every time we restart it. Now, we're talking about the 55th pick in the draft all over again. And this is that circus that you were referring to. One of the reasons you didn't like it, just all the attention that would come along with it. It's like, just let this happen the way it's going to happen. Good, bad, or anywhere in between. Just let it play itself out.
Yeah, I think it's impossible for us to think that LeBron's going to allow that. You know, unfortunately.
But does he have to throw gas on it every time?
Unfortunately, let me use this as an example. Do you remember this was, I don't know when it was, maybe it was early in the year, maybe it was late last year, I don't know, whenever it was, the chances of LeBron playing with his son. And he's talked about how much he would love to do it. It would be amazing. What an accomplishment. And then he had to backtrack all that because if he wanted to potentially play with Bronny, then Bronny had to come out and say that it doesn't matter for me where I play. I just want to be in the league. I'll tell you who I would really like to hear more from. Bronny James. I don't want to hear from LeBron. I don't want to hear from J.J. Redick telling me that he earned this, any of that. I just want to hear from Bronny. And I actually hate the position that Bronny's in. In a weird way, like, should I be feeling bad for Bronny James? I shouldn't. But in a weird way, it's like this guy is being set up. And I know LeBron has every great intention for his son like every father would. But I don't think what LeBron is doing is helpful to Bronny. I just don't. I don't feel like it is. Watching the game, because I watched most of the Summer League. It's the first time that I'm going to get a chance to see him. And I was curious. I'm like, does this guy, you know, I guess you have curiosity of does he belong? Does he not belong?
Sure.
I was indifferent. There were times I didn't even recognize that he was on the floor. It's not like the guy is demanding the ball, any of this. His dad's LeBron. That's the only thing that I think sticks out. I think the storylines, like you just mentioned, the game on Saturday is the first time Bronny was going to play in a Laker jersey. The game on Sunday was Bronny's not playing, had some swelling in his knee, but he's going to play on Wednesday. And then today, this is the story. There's a lot of storylines around a number 55 pick. Do you know what there is?
That there's any storyline.
Do you know what there
the 55th
is? It
pick.
a lot of stories about. Dalton Connect is supposed to be. Hopefully he can help the Lakers this year.
Mm-hmm.
He was awful in those first two games. Couldn't shoot well. It's okay.
Yeah,
but,
who cares? Yeah,
but
yeah.
nobody was talking about that. That's fine. DeMar DeRozan just chose the Sacramento Kings. Klay Thompson eventually chose the Dallas Mavericks. Dan Hurley, we'll get into a little bit later, took $20 million less to go stay at UConn. There are a lot of
Is
other
that a big
things. There are a lot of other things around the Lakers.
Just a little bit, just a 20 mil. It's pocket change.
There are a lot of other things around the Lakers, but our conversations about Bronny, and I don't. It's
This is
not
what you were.
and
This
it's
is
not
what you didn't
Bronny-
want.
It's not Bronny asking
No, it's
for
not.
the attention.
It's not.
Just Bronny.
But
being Bronny.
is this, because I asked you this last week or the week before. I forget what it was. I said, tell me what the circus is going to look like, because the circus will be full speed ahead the day he's drafted, day or two after, during the introductory press conference. Okay, Bronny.
Yeah.
And then the circus will be full steam ahead in the summer league. Bronny, how do you look? He looked great. He looked terrible, right? Just all sorts of things. Camp's going to open. Bronny. It's going to happen again. First game or two where Bronny James is in a Laker uniform with the possibility of playing with his father. Bronny. It goes away eventually, right? By the time we're into, let's say, the middle of November, by the time we get to Thanksgiving, it's gone, right? And if the summer is when this stuff is at its absolute highest point, it's at its frenzy. Is that big of a deal? Because right now, this is the one point of the NBA season. It's like, whatever. There's really not much. All the free agents have gone where they're going to go. All the coaching vacancies have been filled. The draft has taken place.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of stuff happening between now and the start of the season. So isn't this the time to have the whatever the circus is going to be, to have it in town right now?
Yeah, listen, I don't think, like you said, it's July. So is it that the world's not going to end, that a lot of these conversations are around Bronny. But I don't think when you're in November, there will be angles, there will be things said, is Bronny going to play? Like, I think it will come up again. I don't think the world's going to end even if that happens in November. It's just when you're looking at this Lakers team, there's so many questions around the actual team, but we're paying attention to the number 55th pick.
And when LeBron is talking about, well, he doesn't care. Okay, fine. We can debate whether he does or he doesn't. I don't know. I don't know Bronny James at all.
I'd rather hear from Bronny.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, can we just let it play out? And then, I think the answer is no, because we haven't even started anything. And to your point, well, I want to play with him. I don't care where he goes. And they draft him, and Adam's here. And can we just let him play basketball for a little bit to see whether or not? I didn't watch the games. I only saw that he struggled with his shot. And how did he look? Did he look like an impactful guy? Did he look like somebody that should be on an NBA roster, or was he just, we're paying attention?